Yo, your degenerate slice of life anime shill here, and as you might expect, I've been watching Princess Connect Redive, or Precon, however the hell you weebs like to say it in forums. If you don't know, Princess Connect is a Japanese mobile game from Sai Games, which has now been turned into an anime. Now, I've only ever been acquainted with Sai Games as of the release of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus back in March, or February depending on how patient you were. But they're like crazy huge in Japan, so them dipping their feet into the anime world seemed like a no-brainer. It's actually something they've been doing since 2015, but just in much smaller ways. I went into this show completely blind, not knowing what to expect. I haven't played the mobile game because 1, we've already lost many great souls to gacha games and I will not be one of them, and 2, I only play real men's games on PC, so I knew nothing about the series beforehand. I wasn't exactly sure how to feel about the silent protagonist at first. After all, Persona 5 the animation didn't exactly leave a good impression with that concept. Luckily, halfway through episode 2, you realize that the show doesn't exactly put him as the main focal point. Being based off of a fantasy mobile game, the plot stays reasonably simple. Our protagonist Yuki wakes up in a fantasy-like world with no memories of his past. Luckily, there's an eager young elf girl, Kokoro, sent by a goddess to aid Yuki back to his former self. Along the way, he meets the mysterious cat girl Carol and the energetic Princess Pecorin, who should really go see a chiropractor to see if her back's okay from having to carry this whole show. And then they all decide to start their own guild together with the objective being to eat food, I think. While simultaneously helping Yuki recover his former memories and powers. The majority is comprised of gags, one-offs, and slapsticks, so if that sounds familiar, that's because the director of this show is also the director of Konosuba. Like Konosuba, the genre falls way more into the slice of life side rather than the isekai side. I do have to say that the laughs per minute don't come at the same force as they do in Konosuba, but I realize that this is a more story-driven series. After all, what good would a game be without an objective to complete? But be rest assured, the story elements do take a backseat to the comedy. Of course, the anime is still ongoing, so these are just my first initial thoughts. And if you're looking for a slice of life anime with cute waifus, good humor, Cygames' continued armpit fetish, and a pretty interesting story, I highly recommend you give Princess Connect Redive a watch. Oh yeah, it also has some surprisingly kick-ass action scenes. Anyway, I've been Krbay. This has been WeebNClean, and if you liked the video, click the button to show it. And what do y'all think of Princess Connect Redive? It's definitely filling up the void in my life from not having Konosuba, but what do y'all think? Are you watching it? Are you enjoying it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more of this content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to hear someone else's thoughts on a completely different anime, check out Gizmo's thoughts on Tower of God. I'll see y'all next time, stay clean.